working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Tonight at 6 right now, a young boy is fighting for his life after a shooting in a neighborhood on Detroit's west side.
Detroit police are hoping someone can help them as they work to track down those who fired several shots into the child's home. Fox News' Dave Kinchin has the latest on this investigation.
The search for answers is ongoing here on Detroit's west side. An 11-year-old in the hospital after several shots were fired. Even police rattled by this disturbing story.
Numerous shots were fired into an occupied dwelling.
Detroit cops stoic and firm in the shadow of cascading blue squad car lights. But you can imagine what they feel inside after responding to the area of Bramall and Puritan, where bullets with no beef of their own struck an 11-year-old boy several times. We know this much: that child should be playing in these streets, not sent to trauma surgeons by them, fighting for life in critical condition. But that's what happened around 2 a.m. Sunday when police say someone emptied a gun into a house, striking the boy inside.
The ones who are perpetrating this are not hearing that message. They are on a different level of messaging.
They call him Detroit's street sweeper. Pastor Maurice Hardwick, sickened by yet another senseless act. He knows what often happens next.
And when you go and shoot somebody, you're signing your own death warrant saying, I want to be killed by immediately gun violence, because it's called retaliation. In the street, they call it get their lick back.
Pastor Mo has a simple message: know the consequences on the front end.
When you get caught and get hauled off in that car, you're going to be crying, oh, I don't have a lawyer, they roughed me up, I called my mom. You don't have a bond money, you ain't going to have a lawyer, you ain't going to have the house to put up. You're not thinking about that when you do it, but when they get in jail, they think about this, it's too late.
If you know anything about this at all, give Detroit police a call right away. Your tips can always be anonymous. Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Well, Taylor police could really use your help in finding a gunman after a teenager was killed over the weekend. Officers say the 14-year-old boy was gunned down on Pine Street near the Meyer on Eureka. That happened around 9 o'clock Saturday night. The Ecorse School District identifying the victim as Trey Kimber, who was already getting ready to start high school in the fall. And we're told the shooting may have stemmed from an ongoing beef between two groups.
It hits home to look at a child essentially that's no longer with us. It's really hard to comprehend, how they can't handle these conflicts in a different manner. Turn out with someone dead. It's just not good.
Now, Taylor police urge anyone who may know something to speak up.
Right now, Wayne State Police say they've arrested a man who allegedly threatened to sexually assault a female student. Investigators with the Wayne State Police Department say it happened on Saturday night after the woman say that a man she didn't know came into her home right there on Anthony Wayne Drive Apartments to use the restroom. Once inside, the suspect lured the victim into the bathroom where he implied he had a knife and then threatened to hurt her. During this fight, the struggle, the victim was physically assaulted but was able to get the suspect to leave. Police say the suspect is now in custody. And by the way, has no ties to the university.
Right now, Detroit police are investigating after a wild rollover crash on Detroit's east side. Police say it happened in the area of Meringue and Lanark around 7:30 this morning. Look at that. Investigators say the driver of a black vehicle was heading toward the intersection when they swerved to avoid hitting a school bus and then hit two parked vehicles near a home. The driver and passenger were being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. A Detroit man recovering in the hospital after security video shows him being hit by a DDOT bus.
It really is a gut-wrenching call that no family wants to get. Now his mom is speaking out. 21-year-old Tawan Smith was hit last week in the area of Warren Avenue and Junction. Smith suffered multiple injuries, resulting in his spleen having to be removed. Police tell us the driver has been placed on administrative leave while this investigation continues. Smith's mother, Shakira Cooper, searching for answers tonight. She's also lawyering up.
We trust in the city. We got to do better. This is becoming the city that everybody's been wanting. We got to do better.
We're not saying reveal, any kind of specifics of an investigation, but let them know, let this family know that you care.
What's the city have to say? We reached out to officials. They released a statement which reads in part, As is standard protocol when an accident happens, the DDOT driver was taken off the road immediately to be screened for drugs or alcohol. Those results are pending, and the driver will remain off the road for the time being.
Developing right now, the village of Holly is at odds with the state over their historic mill, pond, and then dam.
Yeah, neighbors there, they fear the popular spot for fishing and kayaking is in danger of just disappearing because of actions being taken by the state. Fox News' Amy Lang has the story.
The dam at Mill Pond in the historic village of Holly at risk of failing. Now the 40 or so homeowners with waterfront property are watching the water drain away.
I like it because of the water lilies, but if the pond is gone, the water lilies will die.
The gates have been raised. We have already lost several inches.
Regina Keikos lives here, loves it here.
There's a public access point into the water right over here as well.
So anybody who has a kayak.
Anybody can come and fish and can come and boat. I think it's probably one of the nicest things in the world to be able to get up and watch the sunrise in your kayak with a cup of coffee or tea and just look at the birds.
Which is why she and so many others are alarmed. The Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy raised the gates Monday morning. The goal is 6 inches per day until Mill Pond is down by 4 feet.
We know that our mill pond needs work, but Eagle decided to come today and draw this down, even though we have a court date coming up on Monday.
But Eagle acted in advance of that court date, and now the village of Holly is seeking an injunction to stop the drawdown until Holly has a better handle on how to repair the dam and raise the funds to pay for it.
There's going to be a lot of ecological fallout. If this does get lowered and stays that way, there's going to be property value loss. That's going to be devastating for those homeowners.
On the north end, we might be talking about 50, 100 foot of shoreline. All we're asking for is due process on this.
Eagle says no doubt if they draw this down by 4 feet, there will be an impact to people's property as well as wildlife. But they say the alternative is simply not safe.
Other than the unauthorized work that was performed in 2021, which actually made a bad situation worse, there's been no significant progress towards long-term safety of the dam.
Luke Trumbull, supervisor of Eagle's Dam Safety Unit, says it's an ongoing problem that needs to be addressed now, which is why they issued an emergency order to the village to draw down. The village, he says, refused to comply with that order.
And we understand that this is inconvenient for the folks who live on the pond, and that's unfortunate, but when faced with the alternative of a dam failure and all the bad things that would be associated with the dam failure, there's really no other choice.
In Holly, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
We do have new information about this story. Just a little while back, we learned the request for an injunction filed by the village of Holly was denied.
We're talking about a beautiful afternoon. I'm buttoning up my coat here. 77 degrees here right now with low humidity, 78 in Lansing, close to 80 around Grand Rapids. Look at these cooler numbers up there in the thumb. For the rest of tonight, it is all quiet with a light breeze from the north and east. 58 is your overnight low. And then take a peek at the next few days. 81 tomorrow, 87 warmer degrees Wednesday. And then look at Thursday, hot and humid with a high of 93. What about storm chances to end the week? We'll talk about that coming up in 10. Taryn, back to you.
Rich, good stuff. Thank you. A special reunion taking place in Detroit between a woman and her children and 2 Detroit fire emergency med techs.
As Fox News' Ingrid Kelly explains, the group coming together nearly 3 weeks after the EMTs helped deliver a double dose of joy.
It's a reunion full of double joy. 2 Detroit Fire Department EMTs, Bakari Stanley and Michael Batch, returning to the home they responded to for a 911 call about a woman in labor.
We didn't know what was going on. Mama was screaming. We seen a baby laying there.
At first, these EMTs believed Jessica Johnson's delivery was over, so they rushed to assist the baby.
Clamp and cut the cord.
But then, out of nowhere, the mom yells,
"I gotta push," and we like, "Push? We got one right here."
It's not the first surprise. After months of thinking she was having only one baby, Johnson learned a few weeks ago she was having 2, and she thought they would be delivered in a hospital.
They sure did come early.
These 2 emergency responders have not been on the job long and never delivered a baby before.
Looked up, the baby was crowning.
I was a little bit nervous, definitely walking in the situation.
But their training kicked in, and these EMTs played their position, helping deliver the second baby.
And she just shot out and just into my partner's hands.
I was very happy that I was there to help out Mom.
Johnson, who has 3 other children, was also happy.
Everything went smooth. Everything went good. The girls are healthy.
Meet Janiyah and Jalea Howard, born July 1st. And after this special delivery earlier this month, the EMTs returned Monday with a special delivery of their own.
We got some stuff in back here. We got some stuff for her. We got a bed that we're going to put up for her and a crib for both of the twin daughters.
The older kids also got toys.
I thank God for it, and I'm just speechless right now. Just speechless.
And as these EMTs wrap up this mission, they say they've learned some critical awareness about themselves.
I learned that I really just enjoy the job and I like helping out people.
The joy and just helping people.
In Detroit, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
It's incredible.
Well, I know. Good for them. Well, the Detroit Lions, guess what? Back on the field in Allen Park now to start training camp.
Can you believe it? It's that time of the year already. Yeah. We want to invite you to join us at 6:30 for our Lions training camp special. You hear from Coach Dan Campbell along with Jared Goff and Aiden Hutchinson and more. Again, that's at 6:30 following Fox 2 News at 6. Well, it can be a tough decision facing many parents when they introduce the cell phone. Coming up, the age researchers believe a child should be there to protect their mental well-being and when it's the right time for them to actually dial that up. We'll have the details coming up.
A backyard pool is a great way to beat the summer heat, but right now millions of above-ground pools are under recall after being linked to drownings in Michigan and several other states. Find out what makes the pool so dangerous. That's just ahead.
I'm Camila Mary. A house fire in Warren. 2 sisters trapped inside the basement. One of them is able to get out of this window, but the other one isn't. Find out why and how she ended up getting out of the house.
The Fox 2 problem solver is going to work today to help an expectant mother and her family after they lost everything in a house fire.
Fox 2's Camila Mary with what's being done.
Got a grandbaby coming and I can't wait, and she's going to be healthy. That's all I'm praying for.
It's keeping Latricia Jones going. Friday morning, her Warren house caught on fire.
I left at 3:30 to get to work. I have to be to work at 4 a.m. So by the time 6:30 came, I was receiving a phone call that my house was on fire.
2 family members got out, but Jones's 2 daughters, ages 16 and 25, were trapped in the basement. Firefighters were able to get the younger sister out through a window. But Micaiah, who is 9 months pregnant, due to give birth to her baby girl any day now, couldn't fit through this window. Firefighters had to come up with a different solution.
I had to wait for them to subdue the fire, but they came through the back door. They created a safe pathway for me because I couldn't breathe in the smoke.
I'm so grateful for Warren Fire Department because he did get in and he got my daughter out safely. She had glass in her feet were burnt, but when I took her to the hospital, they got all of the glass out and they kept her for 24 hours for a fetal watch for the smoke ventilation. But she's healthy. My grandbaby is healthy.
But the mother-to-be says she wasn't thinking about herself or her unborn child.
My sister was my main thought process. I was so scared. I'm the oldest, so it was her safety before I think about mine.
Now the family who lost everything is trying to get back on their feet.
My whole kitchen, living room, dining room, it was all totaled. Was nothing to save out of it.
If you would like to help the family, we'll be putting a link to their GoFundMe on our website, fox2detroit.com. In Warren, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
And the Fox 2 problem solvers are working for you. If you have an issue that can't get solved, let us know. Make sure you contact us, the Fox 2 problem solvers, by scanning that QR code right there on your screen to send us an email.
Well, garbage, tires, even old cars. Nobody likes to see illegal dumping in their neighborhood. Now Detroit City Council is considering neighborhood blight patrols. The patrols would alert the city about land that's run down or dangerous. And if someone sees junk cars or illegal dump sites, they can figure something out and they can do something. In order to qualify, you have to get approval from the police department. You could get mileage reimbursement. The goal is to help revitalize neighborhoods, boost property values, and improve safety. More details are expected at tomorrow's City Council meeting.
New today, millions of above-ground pools are being recalled after being linked to the deaths of children in several states, including here in Michigan. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the recall involves roughly 5 million pools made by Best Way, Intex, and Poly Group. The CPSC says that 9 children have drowned after they were able to get into the pools by stepping on straps that surround the pools. The recalled pools are 48 inches or taller and have compression straps running along the outside and over the vertical support legs of the pool. Customers can contact Best Way, Intex, and Poly Group to get a free repair kit.
Well, from the pool to your grill, check your freezer. We have a sausage recall to tell you about. The Department of Agriculture says KM Foods is recalling more than 24,000 pounds of chicken sausage after 3 people claim that they found plastic inside of the meat. The products are 11-ounce packages of chicken sausage sweet apple. They were made June 28th and sold across the country. Nobody's been hurt. Nobody's gotten sick because of this. But the feds say if you bought the product, you should throw it away right away or return it to the store. In Health Wars tonight, something for parents to really think about. What is the proper age to give kids a smartphone?
Well, new research is suggesting the answer is 13 years old. And a study published in the Journal of the Human Development and Capabilities found using smartphones before age 13 can damage kids' mental health. Researchers say it's associated with higher rates of suicidal thoughts, worse emotional regulation, lower self-worth, and detachment from reality. They say it's likely because of easier access to social media, which can cause sleep disruptions and cyberbullying.
A bunch of kids are shaking their heads at the TVs, going, no.
No, they're not watching.
No, probably not. Good point. Maybe they're watching on their phone.
All right.
A Michigan man just set a new record for reeling in the largest flathead catfish in the state. Cody Carlson from Newport caught a 64.5-pound, 15-inch fish in Plum Creek in Monroe County. Rich Luderman, you listen to this? That was back on June 29th. The catch tops the previous record by more than 10 pounds. Michigan state record fish are recognized by weight only. Pretty cool.
That's a serious fish right there, I'll tell you. Our weather is beautiful. Since yesterday afternoon, we've had high pressure built in to the central Great Lakes, so it is just primo out there with plenty of sunshine, low humidity, and a light breeze. Certainly some active weather way out here to our west over Missouri, parts of Kansas. A couple of showers here in northern Wisconsin. These are going to fizzle out as they work closer to Lake Michigan. But look at that, beautiful weather around Toronto and Pittsburgh. Tonight, the Tigers in action down in the Steel City. No problems weather-wise for us. Looking good for Detroit, for the Thumb, Saginaw, Grand Rapids, down to Fort Wayne, including the Irish Hills. All looking good. How about some great live shots from St. Ignace, Michigan? This is on the north side of the Mackinac Bridge. It's a little cooler up there, 68 degrees. You can see some people there enjoying some of the great sights in northern Michigan. How about this? 79, the official high today at Metro Airport. Here are your averages, 84 and 65, so a good 4.5 degrees below where we should be. And if you were in the shade today, you could feel that there was a chill in the air. 100 degrees for the high side, the record. 50 on the low side. Right now, most of us are in the mid-range of the 70s. These numbers will all fall back into the lower 60s. And with that light breeze from the north and east, those dew points are way down, and that'll be the case again tomorrow. Some of us have dew points in the upper 40s right now, but the heat is building off to our west and southwest. Dallas, Texas, 97. Pretty hot in Denver. They're at 95. Some of that heat is coming our way for your Thursday, and you'll see that in the 7-day forecast. But tomorrow's looking good. Wednesday will be a tad warmer, but it's Thursday that brings the heat and the humidity. Comfortable tonight, down to 58. Tomorrow we're back to 81. Looking good for your Tuesday. And then right there is the 7-day forecast. It's going to be a hot one Thursday at 93. Shower and storm chances Friday into Saturday, perhaps, but it does stay warm and muggy for the weekend. How about a live look outside right now? Checking out the Fox O&O bird feeder cam. Well, there's one customer there. That's a sparrow. He's enjoying it all. You can see some geese in the background. There's a flock coming in there. Remember, you can keep up with all the activity out there. It's on the Fox O&O YouTube channel, so go for it.
After seeing more than 20 players land on IR last season, the question is, will Dan Campbell make any changes to try to prevent injuries this year in training camp?
You can't let the fear of injury change the way you prepare.
I'm Jennifer Hammond at Allen Park, and you will hear more from the head coach when we see you coming up next in sports.
All right, start with the Lions. We are just minutes away from our training camp special. More on that coming up in a moment. The team was on the field for another workout today, and Hammer was roaming the sidelines, keeping tabs on things.
Coming off an NFC best record of 15-2 last season, expectations are equally high for the Lions this year. And it's on Dan Campbell to make sure that no one in his locker room becomes complacent.
It's another year. And we're out to finish what we started. We're going to close out some of these debts. That's got to be the attitude. That's the mindset across the board. Every day in practice, no matter who we play, no matter what people think, man, we're going.
We earned the right to play in all these games against these really good teams. But now we have to show up. Now we have to put the work in, and you don't want to go out there and lay an egg. Because a couple years ago, nobody wanted to watch the Lions. Now everybody wants to watch the Lions. Guys want to come play here, and that's a testament to the work that we put in when not as many people cared. So I think you can't lose sight of that. You got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Of course, staying healthy is tantamount to where they want to go. But despite a 2024 season that saw Detroit endure nearly 24 season-ending injuries, Campbell isn't about to change the way they do things.
You can't let anything sway, your identity or what you want to become. Man, you can't let the fear of injury change the way you prepare. And it doesn't mean you're not being smart. You're not reading the data. Is there something we need to... So no, I'm not changing much. We're going to do things very much like we've done for the last 4 years because it's led to success for us, and we play a certain style of football, and we got to keep that.
You have to take advantage of every play, every day out here on this field because it can be taken away from you in a snap of a finger, which it was for me last year, and it made me realize how much I love this team, love these guys, love football. I'm just grateful to be able to be back here again.
At the Meyer Performance Center in Allen Park, Jennifer Hammond, Fox 2 Sports.
All right, Jen, thanks. Here we go. What a great time of year as this team is once again expected to contend for an NFC North title and more. We will discuss that and the other hot topics of camp with Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, and Aiden Hutchinson. Whoa, Joe Birchie and Hammer are going to be there as well. That's our Lions training camp special coming up in just minutes. We will kick things off at 6:30. NBA, Chris Paul going back to the Clippers just a couple days after the team signed Bradley Beal. They signed another veteran guard as Paul agreed to terms as a free agent. He's 40. It's a 12-time All-Star looking for his first championship ring. You'll see if he can find it with a really experienced crew. That's a nice way of putting it. With Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. We will see. So, guys, we got a lot to talk about coming up. Aiden Hutchinson on coming back from that tough injury. Dan Campbell on how they're approaching this season. Jared Goff on that offense and a new offensive coordinator. All that covered next. It is training camp. It is go time for the Lions. You're going to see it all next.
Hutch is back.
I know. When's the season opener?
Season opener is the first week in September. It's the Sunday after Labor Day.
It's coming.
Yeah, a little over
preseason openers.
Month and a couple weeks
of this month.
Whoa.
I guess, I know, the big openers.
These are like ones that count.
I mean, the ones, yeah, I really do. Put your more bang for the buck. Anyway, carry on.
It was a little cool this morning, a little like football weather out there, but now it's very nice, and we're going to see a repeat tomorrow up to 81. Look at Wednesday, 87 warmer degrees, and then we turn the heat on full blast Thursday. A full check tonight at 10.
Thank you, Rich. And thank you for joining us for the news at 6. Our Lions training camp specials next.
That's right. We'll see you back here at 10, the Edge at 11, and the Pulse at 11:30. Have a good night.